rich friends, it's Dr. T Mack here. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to you. This is my very first episode of 2023 of the T Mack Show, and I am super excited. I'm excited about what the year has to offer all of us. So stay tuned and make sure that you're plugged in with me on all social media sites, whatever you call it, TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all that. I'm T Mack _ inspired, T Mack _ inspired. Make sure that you're tuned in. You're subscribed to my channel here on YouTube. And if you're listening, then make sure that I know where you're listening from. So shoot me a message, okay? There's links, all kinds of links and stuff where you can contact me. So shoot me a message. Let me know where you're listening from, okay? And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking, actually my husband's asking me questions, y'all, about why I decided to get into real estate and why I feel like it's so important that women get into real estate, especially in 2023. So stay tuned.
Dr. T Mack.
Yes, dear.
You are so excited about 2023 for women entrepreneurs. Please share with the crowd why.
Oh, for so many reasons. Number one, real estate is big for me, right? So with us getting these 70 acres of land and helping one of my girlfriends with her 15 acres of land. And then my other girlfriend just closed on a hotel, and she has another commercial building under contract. And then I have another good friend who has some government contracts she's working on with some other properties that she has. Just so many things, so many different ways, so many avenues with, the mobile homes that we're purchasing in the other land and the other places. There's so many things that we have going on. I want all my friends to be rich, right? That's what I say. All my friends are rich, but not for real, not just rich in money, but we have land, we have property, we have assets, we have things that we can carry or we can pass down to our children and our children's children and things like that. So that's one reason why I'm super excited for the women entrepreneurs, because investing in real estate is a business. And then the other reason why I'm super excited is because of community. We all know it's all about community. If you don't have, or you're not a part of a community that is meaningful and that is helping you create and generate passive income so that you can buy assets and you can pass these assets down, then if you don't have that community, you don't have girlfriends doing the things, right? If you don't have these things, you're a lone ranger. And we all know what happens when you're alone, right? You start getting frustrated. You don't understand. You don't know you're not aware of the resources that you can have or that you can tap into. Crowdfunding, for instance, like me and my girlfriends, we pool our money together and we go out here and make it rain, right? We pool our resources together and we legally rob the banks. Right? So we do these things like legally. So we do these things and we're able to just go from, as the Bible calls it, glory to glory to glory. But it really is like, that's why I'm so excited for the women entrepreneurs in 2023. I don't know if I'm at liberty to share the details yet, but I'm building a community that is going to be like, when this airs, I don't know. But anyway, I'm building a community for women that's going to be crazy, stupid, bomb. So just stay on the lookout for that. But that's why I'm excited.
It's good information, great insight for the women that are looking to invest in 2023. So as far as an entrepreneur and in real estate, what are some of the best times to invest?
Now is always the best time. The Bible says now faith is. Now is always a good time to invest. Now it depends on your strategy right? There are certain strategies that you need to stay away from, especially right now with the way the economy is going. They're not saying that we're in a recession, but anyway, they're not saying that. But I wouldn't be a flipper. I wouldn't be a rehabber right now. I wouldn't be flipping houses at this particular time. And if so, I'll be very careful and keep my costs low and maybe do one at a time. A lot of times flippers, they do like 3, 4 rehabs at one time, but I probably, if any, I would do one. But everybody knows that's not my strategy, because you don't want to get over leveraged. And that's what happened in the crash of 2008, I guess, that crash, the real estate crash. A lot of real estate investors got caught being over leveraged. They had too many properties that they were trying to flip and offload, and then they couldn't do it. So they lost those properties, lost their money, lost their personal homes, and a lot of other things they lost. So that's the one strategy I wouldn't use right now, but I would definitely be investing, because now is the time. A lot of people will be, unfortunately, losing their homes, losing their properties. So now is the time to go in and buy those properties, and you can help. That's what it's all about. I mean, if you buy a property, nobody's living in it, or you don't know any other strategies, you're not going to make money. But if you know of someone that's getting ready to lose their property and you're able to save that property for them, then you can create a strategy, for like seller financing, where you can go and save the property, and then you become the bank instead of the bank being the bank. You become the bank, and you can sell or finance that property right back to that family, and that family doesn't have to be displaced. So that is one cool strategy that you can do in 2023.
Really good information.
Thank you.
Where can you get more information like this? Yeah, I Google it, we try to find it.
Okay. Stop. So stop. You have to be a part of a community. I always tell people to join their local RIAs, the real estate investing associations. I always tell them to start there, join there, because that's where the players play. And I get it that a lot of times they don't give you get the crumbs. When you're just starting out, you probably get something that none of the other investors want, so they'll go ahead and give it to you. But it's a start, right? So I always say start there, but I always tell people plug in to watch who's doing what, and if they're doing something that you want to do, or if they're living the life that you want to have, find out what they're doing. And if they're offering any kind of coaching, teaching, mentorship, pay them and then do what they tell you to do. So that's what I would say. A lot of, I have challenges myself. Like I'll do a 5-day challenge or a 3-day real estate challenge, grow your purse, or nurse your purse, or whatever I feel like calling it at the time, increase my cash flow. But I do those challenges once a month, and that's where I really, really go in hard with teaching the different strategies, teaching how um, to even start from the beginning. Why do you want to be an investor? And then, do you know what type of investor? Do you want to be a passive investor? Do you want to be an active investor? There's a difference, right? A lot of people don't understand and don't realize that when they become an active investor, they are spending their time, like actively spending their time, to go out here and find these properties, or to if you're a rehabber, to rehab these properties, or if you're a property man, it's all kinds of things. Buy and hold is a strategy that I love, because within that strategy, I can do so many different things. But when I first started out, I didn't know if I wanted to be active or passive. I was very active. I was a wholesaler as well. I was also passive. I was a private money lender. So in the challenge, I teach the different strategies, and then I give you like a kind of like a Visio board. If you're here, if you like this, if you like that. So it kind of spells it out. So by day one, you know exactly what type of investor you want to be. I hope I answered the question.
Oh, very good, very good. Which leads to my next question is, as there are some people that are just afraid of being in the entrepreneurial world. They're in corporate America, right? And they're listening to this and they're going, well, I don't know if I want to go down that road.
Right.
But I do want to invest, and I do have
Mm-hmm.
my 401k, my RI, my
Ira.
IRAs.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
Mm-hmm.
few things that maybe in the stock market, but what does that look like if I wanted to invest more in the real estate world? Is that possible? Is that something that
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's how I started, just using money that was in a retirement account. Even if you still work the job and that where your retirement is active, and we already know what people's 401ks and 403bs are doing right now, right? Okay, I just want to make sure we're clear. So you can't like pull it all out, but you can borrow against it. So if that's a strategy that you want to use to get started, if you want to keep your job, keep your job. I never tell people to leave their job. Keep your job, and then utilize what you already have by working that job, which is a retirement, then borrow against your retirement. If you have an old retirement account somewhere in a previous job, find out where it is and then roll it over and open you up a self-directed IRA account. Then you can do that, right? Also, I'm big on trust. If you have a W-2, then go get you a charitable trust and then donate all of 100% of your salary to your charitable trust. And then once you do that, guess what? You do what you want. Then you start investing in and outside of your trust.
what are some of the risks associated with real estate investing?
Um, like natural disasters, but if the property is insured, then there you go, right? Another risk would probably be something like fluctuating values of the houses, properties. But if you're a buy and hold investor, you don't have to worry about that. You just want to hold on to it. Another risk is a lot. This is like the biggest reason. Let me tell you the biggest reason. One of the biggest reasons why people stop investing in real estate because of the high turnovers that they have with tenants. They get tired of the eviction process, and you know what I tell them? That's the biggest mistake that real estate investors make. They put one tenant in a property. Like, what are we doing? You mean to tell me you'd rather get $1,000 a month and if the tenant decides I don't want to pay, you got to go through this process. They tear up your house. You got to evict them. You got to pay. You got to do this. You got to go back in. Why not just put beds, 2 beds in each room at minimum, and charge $600, $700, $800 a month at minimum per bed? So if one person decides they don't want to stay, guess what? You still got the other 6 beds, 5 beds, bringing you that much money a month. It's just like a no-brainer to me. So I think that's the risk involved, but that's how you hedge that risk. As you can tell, I'm passionate about that, right? Very passionate about that. Yes, but you've been on this journey with me. Wouldn't you agree?
Agreed.
We were, you know what? We were paying our taxes today. Well, not today. We got the receipt in the mail for our taxes that we paid online, and I was like, now you see how much these taxes are? If one person was in this property, you have to minus the taxes, the insurance, the this, the maintenance, the that, then you're really only cash flowing maybe $200 to $300 a month with one property, right? But putting 2 beds in every room and saying, okay, it's $600 per month for you times 6, then that's $3,600 a month. Multiply that by 12. Multiply that by 12. What is that number? Multiply that by 12. I like to do the number thing.
What's the number?
$3,600 times 12 months. What is that?
43,000?
43,000?
43,200
a year in rent of one property. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. That's why I'm looking like that, and I'm saying it. Like, would you rather get $43,000 a year off one property, these are low numbers, or multiply, let's say, 1,000? Well, we can do multiply $1,000 a month times 12. That's 12,000. Look how much money you're leaving on the table, and look how many more people you can help under one roof. I like to call that co-living community.
Speaking of taxes, which is
You jumped off the taxes. I mean, you jumped off the co-living community. Go ahead.
no, but speaking of the taxes that we did just pay,
Yeah.
but on the flip side,
Hmm.
because being an investor does has its advantages. What are some of the considerations for real estate investors in the tax savings portion of it?
Oh, wow. Well, think about your, let's say, for instance, you buy, you go on vacation. You take your money and you go on vacation. Can you write that off on your taxes? Just regular,
No.
write it off. But instead of taking the money going on vacation, you take that money and you put down on a property, or you could buy a whole property with the money you go on vacation, if you know what I know, right? Okay. So, but with that property, then you're going to get tax breaks because you have now ownership, you have an asset, and you're in a different, that's a different class, right? Versus a liability, the money's gone, it's gone. It's just gone. But wouldn't it be cool if you took the money and you bought a property, which is an asset, you got that tax break, and then from the revenue you received from that property, use that revenue and go on vacation. Ooh, what looks better? What feels better? Where's the advantage? It's in having the asset, the property.
Man, that is a thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty. And so you just keep going. You keep multiplying. You rinse and repeat. You rinse and repeat, and that's just what it is. So
I'm sure a lot of our guests they're probably always asking us, how do I get started to be a part of T Mack's
to be a part of what I got going on, or just to get in real estate
just
in
in real
general?
estate if I mean
How do they get started in real estate in
real estate in
general?
general.
Oh, in general.
And to be a part of you, to learn from you.
Okay, to learn from me, but okay. So you can join my challenge. I have a 3-day Grow Your Purse challenge. It's called Grow Your Purse Challenge because primarily, my ministry is to women and women entrepreneurs. So I teach women how to invest in real estate in different ways, not your traditional ways. Yes, I could teach you how to buy and hold a property, but it's more to just buying and holding than just buying and holding. There's different strategies, different things within that strategy that you can do. I teach you how to, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, did I? I don't know. Did I say this in the beginning about the challenge and all that? Okay, so then I teach you how to even know if what type of investor you want to be. I did say that in the beginning. No?
It's okay to repeat it.
Okay, so I teach you I teach you how to become to know what type of investor you want to be, or you think you might want to be active, or you think you might want to be a passive investor. Well, I'll show you exactly what type of investor you really are, like based on the questions that I ask and answering the questions. So anyway, I have a tool that shows you exactly what type of investor you are. You could be a little bit of both, and that's fine because I am a little bit of both. Then I teach you the different, strategies as far as fix and flip, buy and holds, wholesaling, how to acquire properties, where to look for properties, what type of properties you should be looking for in this recession, what type of strategies to use in this economy, right? So different things like that I teach that are not mainstream and have made me a lot of money, have made us a lot of money. So it's Grow Your Purse Challenge. It's www.growyourpursechallenge.com. The links will be somewhere below, above, somewhere. Just find a link, click on it, register. I think it's the 16th, 17th, and 18th of January. We do it at noon. I do my challenges at noon for several different reasons, but one of the main reasons why I do it at noon because we're entrepreneurs, so we can do what we want when we want, right? The women who come to my challenge, they're entrepreneurs. And so I like to do it at noon. I'm fresh at noon. I'm tired by the night, by 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I don't want to do it. And you just get the best from me in the middle of the day. or in the morning. So yeah. So noon to 1:30. So from noon to 1 is general admission. That's where I just do my teaching. And then I do a special VIP session all 3 days after the general challenge. So it will behoove you to do VIP, right? Everything I do is VIP, and I teach other people, show up VIP, don't show up general, right? Because how you look at you is how everybody else looks at you. So show up VIP. Is that it?
I think that concludes today's.
Okay, that's it. Y'all, I put my husband on the spot. Thank you so much, baby. I put my husband on the spot. I was like, the person who normally asks me questions and interviews me is not here. So I was like, come on, babe, come ask me some questions. But anyway, that pulls the most out of me when people ask me questions. I have my computer here because I do have questions that people have asked me about real estate. But he's already asked those questions, so I'll we'll answer some more questions another time. So if you have any questions, just send them to me. Shoot the questions to me. You can actually, best way they can do it is send the questions to Tasha at therealmccrae.com. Tasha at therealmccrae.com. That's my first name, Tasha at therealmccrae.com. Shoot me any real estate questions you want, and I'll make sure I answer them on my podcast, okay? And make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, do all those cool things that you're supposed to do. And share this if you found this valuable. I'm really trying out a lot of different things on this whole T Mack show format, things like that. So Tuesdays, we have our Transformation Tuesdays where you see me with the whiteboard doing some teachings and stuff like that, helping entrepreneurs with some business strategies. And then I have this format, either I'm interviewing somebody or I'm being interviewed, which I think is kind of cool. Not trying to do what everybody else is doing because I'm not everybody else. So if you have suggestions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. I am open. Trust me. I'm not your traditional girl like, who I can't believe they said, no. Send me the questions. Send me your comments. Send me your suggestions. I am always open. I am here for you. And I want to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for doing all those cool things. And don't forget that you can have it all. See ya.